3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Mystery reading number 1035. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a reoccurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around, hitting that subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome, and thank you very much for your support, as well as your presence during this reading. So starting with interpreting the number 1035. The number 1 is about trusting yourself. Wherever your intuition, your inner voice, your inner compass is guiding you, trust yourself. Whether your decisions are practical or spiritual, every decision you make is an opportunity to have a stronger connection to yourself and your intuition. And I was just now trying to turn down the music that I have in my ear as I'm recording this video. I saw the number 123 on the clock. You know, because whenever you try to turn the volume down in headphones on a PlayStation, the time shows up in the top right corner of the TV. And I saw the number 123, which is about trusting that everything happens for a reason. This could be a message for you to put more trust in yourself, your experiences. And it can also be a message for me to trust that this feeling that I had, that there could be some sort of noise in your life, in the media, somewhere, that could be distracting you from listening to yourself, trusting yourself, and believing in yourself. It feels important for somebody to be very aware of what is triggering your fear, your anxiety. It's always good to reflect on this, to understand where it's coming from. Because I believe our fears have something to teach us or to show us. And I just looked down at the timer, which is just another sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. But it's backwards from 1, 2, 3. Which reminds me of a mirror. Is there something within yourself being reflected back to the world? Or there's something in the world that is reflecting yourself back to you? Or in your experiences, your relationships, etc. I just get this feeling that someone is being guided or encouraged to really analyze yourself deep down, like what's really going on mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for you, especially when it comes to fear and darker feelings you may possess. Remember that the darkness can be transmuted into light. These heavy negative feelings or this fear can be used to enlighten and or empower you. There is something to gain from what's going on within you, the internal conflict, especially spiritually. It feels like there might be something specific that your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs are trying to reveal to you. Of course, about yourself, or it could even be about a situation outside of yourself. No matter what it is, it feels like your intuition is really trying to get your attention on this. These feelings that are stirring up within you. The number 0 can be about cycles and patterns and noticing, acknowledging certain ways that you think, feel, and believe, or certain types of people that you attract or opportunities. Are you noticing a pattern in the way that you think that could ultimately be manifesting the same pattern within your reality? Number 0 is also a reminder that no matter what journey is going on outside of you, like a relationship, a job, a project, etc., the relationship with yourself always runs parallel, and it's important to know when to put yourself first, when to choose yourself, and when to focus on the relationship and the journey that you are going through with yourself. I'm just getting this really strong feeling of you being heavily encouraged to connect deeply with yourself and to be very analytical and observant of what's going on within you. You are intelligent because you have the capacity for awareness and consciousness. Trust and believe in your ability to understand yourself. The number 3 can be about self-expression and communication. This can be really helpful when it comes to understanding yourself, whether it's communicating with another person to get their feedback or their opinion, or just doing like some journaling or meditation or something to express yourself so you can observe, analyze, and process your thoughts. It feels like it's important for you to be very intentional with analyzing your internal world, your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs, your soul, your heart, and your mind. This is very much a reading focused on your spirit and not so much your physical reality. There could be a situation in your physical reality that is connected to what's going on within you, but the root, feels like there's some roots that are important for you to address. The core of something, the source of something that's going on within you. It could be something that you have carried since childhood, or something that's related to family. The last number, the number 5, is about change and transformation. It's about positive change. I feel that this is encouragement. Once you really understand what's going on within you, it's encouragement for you to make some changes. As I've been saying a lot lately, you can't fix a problem if you don't understand it. And I'm being reminded of a card that I wrote myself that says something like, you're at the part where you're trying to understand the problem so you can fix it. So give yourself the time and the space, as much space and as much time as you need to really understand what's going on. Because you deserve to be aware, conscious and aware about how your own thoughts and feelings and beliefs are affecting your own reality. And I'm not saying that everything that you have been through in life is your fault. Not at all. I'm just saying that you do have more power than you think. And I feel like once you recognize that, you'll be more willing to make some changes. You have the power and the ability to make positive changes within yourself as a person and ultimately manifest positive changes in your life. You deserve, look, I always say that you are always where you're meant to be. I believe that. But I also say that you are not always where you deserve to be. And I just want to say that you deserve to be in a place in life that protects your peace, your sanity, and to have people and opportunities involved in your life that support your desire to protect your inner world. I just looked down at the timer and I saw the number 122, which is a sign about change starting with you. It's a reminder that you will always make a difference. But the kind of difference that you make, good or bad, negative or positive, constructive or destructive, is up to you. It feels like it's really important for somebody to recognize control of your own decisions, because you have the ability to have control over your own impulses. I'm really getting like a devilish type of feeling here. Maybe there are some things tempting you to be self-destructive, but you're stronger than that. You're smarter and wiser than that. So maybe it's important for you to be more honest with yourself about what's really going on within you and how much control you actually do have, how much things you actually have in life, potential and opportunities. The other ways that I interpret the number 3 is healing and growing. That's what it feels like, what you are exactly being called to do here. To heal and to grow, to have a better relationship with your fear, and find closure with your pain. The answers, the way out, it is out there. You just have to be willing to find it and embrace it. Last way that I interpret them, we were talking about the number 5, not the number 3. I guess I did forget to interpret the rest of the number 3, though. I've been getting stuck on talking about using your voice and expressing yourself in the last few videos, because I want to tell you like all of the ways that I interpret this number, but I always end up moving on after talking about using your voice. So, as I said in the last reading, because I keep doing that, it really gives me the feeling that that is what's so important for you to focus on right now, is expressing yourself and using your voice, especially through things like journaling or meditation, just really connecting with yourself in a practical way, a tangible way, even, if that's what you feel called to. The last way I interpret the number 3 is a commitment, making a commitment. This could be to yourself, making a commitment to self-love and walking away from self-destruction and self-hate. Or it could be any other commitment in your life outside of yourself that's confirmation for you to commit to the things that really do mean the most to you and that you truly do value. Alright. Let's add up these numbers. 1 plus 0 is 1, plus 3 is 4, plus 5 is 9, which is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. I'm being reminded of seeing the number 122 in that message about how change starts with you. It really does feel like you have a powerful story. You have a lot of untapped potential, and especially for power. You know what I mean? I feel like somebody in your life or out in the world needs to see you overcome your own pain, your own fears. Because someone out there understands exactly where you are. So it feels like this is also a reminder that you are not alone. And I know it's so easy to feel that way with how much time we all spend on the internet and at home. But I feel like there's this unspoken shared experience that we all have on a mental, emotional, and spiritual level. And if you resonate with that, I encourage you to trust yourself in that. There is purpose, and there is deeper meaning in who you are, what you've been through, and what you are going through, and what you will go through. And it's up to you to either discover it, the reason, create it, or simply just trust that it exists and be okay that you don't know. If you can hear that in the background, it's the cat. She's stretching. That actually makes me feel that maybe there's something significant about cat energy for you. I actually know that cats are closely connected to intuition. So again, as I said with the number 1, trust yourself, especially when it comes to your own spiritual experience. You could even feel connected to the cat as a spirit animal, and maybe you could do a little more research into what the spiritual meaning behind a cat is. Okay, I'm going to move into drawing out a few cards. This reading is already getting pretty long, but we're going to draw out a few cards from the Secrets of the Tarot cards. We're going to look deeper into this and see what these messages about your intuition, expressing yourself, really understanding yourself, so you can make positive change. We're going to see what this is about in more detail. Yeah, I have the World in reverse. It says overseas trip, money, luck, world in the palm of your hand, new opportunities. I also wrote grow, create, and express. Yeah, because the number 21, 2 plus 1 is 3. It's very clear here that you need to express yourself. And I'm seeing the Ace of Cups, which tells me that there is an opportunity here for you to emotionally express yourself, whether it's, like I said, with another person or in an activity that you do with yourself, an opportunity that you create to express yourself. It's here, or it has the potential to be here. The World card itself is about a lack of closure. I have 2 Secrets of Tarot decks. I don't remember how I ended up with 2. But on the other one up here, it says no closure. So it's very clear to me that something very impactful in your life needs to come to an end and be replaced with something new that is just as impactful in a positive and empowering way. I keep burping, so I feel like that's confirmation of releasing or letting go of something. I did interpret the number 3 also as healing and growing and making a commitment, so there is further confirmation for those messages as well. The next card, that makes a lot of sense. We have the King of Cups, which says a lot of things on it. The artist of this deck wrote, man over 25 years old, blue eyes, fair or brown hair, gentle, emotional, and shy. And what I wrote on this card is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, the element of water, master, execute, and control, compassion, emotional balance, no projection. For some reason, I'm feeling connected to the idea of a projection screen or something, a projector. I don't know. Only take that if it resonates as something significant for you. But the King of Cups is a leader in emotional balance and self-control when it comes to how they think and feel and believe. This is very much confirmation for you to take control over your inner world and to lead others to do the same, to be a positive example, whether it's for children in your life, in the world in general, or adults even. Your story, it really does matter in the cards, the messages in this reading. That's something that I already believed, but it's very much coming through as an important message for you to trust that you do matter. What you say, what you don't say, what you don't do, the difference in that matters. Let's get one more card here. Yeah, this makes sense too. It's the 5 of Cups. The artist of the deck wrote money losses. Isn't that interesting? Because in reverse over here it says money as well and luck. That's clearly something that's blocked though, since this is in reverse. Someone here could really be struggling with money. It says all is not lost. If you look behind, you may have something to salvage. I wrote the water signs again with Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, as is already here. So one of those zodiac signs could be really significant for you. I also wrote to change and expand. We already did talk about change a lot with the number 5 and 1035, as well as 122 with change starting with you. And I also wrote despair, sadness, loss, and hope. This is definitely the card of grief. You feel sorrowful, very much in pain about losing something or somebody, and this reading is a clear call for you to find closure with that and to allow yourself to heal, because I feel like it's not only messing with your own emotions and how you feel about yourself and life, but your opportunities, your ability to keep moving forward, to embrace better things, experience better things. I'm going to finish up this reading by drawing out just one card from these index cards to see what wants to come through, what particularly wants to make itself known. Sometimes messages from other people can come through with these cards. I feel called to take this one. Nice. Wow. And I recently talked about this, a trust fall or free falling in a reading recently, so that could be confirmation that this reading is meant for you. This card says, the universe will catch you when you fall, which I think is such a nice thing to hear as somebody who is obviously going through something challenging, that, mentally and emotionally. It may even be affecting your belief system, making you question the integrity of the universe or whatever higher power you believe in. This card is here to let you know that the universe, I wanted to say is watching you, but it's like, that comes off as, that can come off as a little creepy. But watching over you. I really do believe that it cares about you and wants the best for you. Wants you to find the light that still exists within you so you can express it and attract more light into your life. This could even be encouragement for you to communicate with the universe, whatever higher power you believe in, your spirit guides, to really be more spiritually connected. You don't have to go through this alone. And honestly, you're not, in a way, because like I said, other people do understand what you're feeling and what you're going through. And you can find those people. It may be difficult because we all have diverse experiences, but I feel like it could be easier to find people who understand the feelings behind your experiences, because we don't have to have the same experiences to know the feelings. Someone out there is feeling just as distraught and sorrowful and grief-stricken over something important and valuable to them that they lost. And like I said, it could even be something from childhood. Maybe you had to grow up a little faster than you wanted to, or than you deserved. No matter what it is, as it's kind of hard to be specific in a general reading without getting direct feedback from you. Really focus on what's going on within you so you can understand it and work with it or release it. Because you deserve better on so many levels.